and you hear him yell out, "My minions, I hold them down and let them choke on their treachery." And he crouches behind the wall. Oscar's constructs are, there's still one going, and it's going to run up. It's going to dash right up in front of Oscar Yorn. And Sebastian, it is your turn. Make a Constitution saving throw. You are in the area of poison.
Uh-oh. Oh, wait. Is it poison?
It is poison.
We're immune to poison because of Hero's Feast. You breathe it in.
Aren't you glad you had breakfast this morning?
Breathe it in,
Yeah.
my
Good
friend.
I think we spent an hour eating.
I breathe it in, and I'm just like going to look Oscar in the eyes, and I'm like, "You're not getting away this time." And I go to cast what I think is Fireball, but what starts to happen is my cloak starts to bellow back behind me, and I lift into the air, and my eyes turn black, and I call forth a synaptic static.
Okay.
Oh, wait, sorry. Before this happens, as I'm racing into the air, the hound jumps out of the pit
Out of the pit.
and grabs Oscar.
Yes.
That's my bonus action.
Okay.
And then, as the hound jumps and bites at Oscar's throat, I erupt with like this scream of energy as synaptic static explodes right here.
Alrighty. Oscar. And cast Counterspell. He's gonna try to counterspell it, so it's a 5th level spell, so I gotta beat 15. Yeah?
Yeah, can I wait until you roll to decide if I want to counterspell as counterspell?
No.
He has to beat 15.
Yeah.
I'm gonna try to counterspell as counterspell.
Okay, your counterspell is successful because it's matching his level, and his counterspell is negated.
It's worth it. It's worth
Okay.
it.
Synaptic static goes off, and they have to make intelligence saving throws.
Him with disadvantage.
Okay. He gets a 19 disadvantage.
Damn it!
Son of a junk. He's so good.
Oh, I was hoping
Yeah,
for it.
intelligence.
I know.
saving
I knew
throws
it was
is-
risky, but that's why I threw the disadvantage.
and the construct utterly fails, and so does the ghoul.
Okay.
All right. So, synaptic static. So it's 8. But he won't have muddled thoughts, which was really going to impair him.
Do you need
I got it. I'm going to use one more sorcery point.
Okay.
get some of those?
Yeah, I got a few ones in there. This is a cocked die, so I'm actually going to bring it all back. And I'm gonna remove
Go one more.
I got a 1 out of that. Okay.
It's okay. The dice are making you just work harder in the wheel.
26.
26 damage. Okay, that destroys the ghoul.
Yeah.
Yep.
Construct still going. She succeeds.
Oh.
But it matters too much because the body was not moving too much. Okay. Great. Anything else, Sebastian?
Reaper bites him.
Okay.
Get him, Reaper.
Get him. Get him, boy.
He's the goodest dog.
Goodest dog. That's 17.
17. That will hit. And he's already used his reaction because of his counterspell.
7 damage.
7.
Every little bit counts.
Everything helps.
Okay, and continues to constantly
I can't get close enough, can I? If you measure me out, Sebastian, but I think.
You could dash to him.
Okay, I'm gonna dash right up to him. Okay. Hello. And then that is my turn.
He looks at you all. To hell with you all. And he snaps the staff of power.
No!
And triggers a retributive stroke. All of you can make a dexterity saving throw.
20.
8.
I have a question. 8. Does my Mage Slayer count for this? For advantage? 3.
Okay. So, the staff of power, he has used it twice, so it has remaining inside it 10 charges. So, Pluto, you take 80 points of force damage. Veo, you made your save, and you're 30 feet away, so you take 20 points of force damage. And Sebastian, you are 30 feet away, so you failed your save. You have 8. You take 40 points of force damage.
I have the pure act of world closure. I just lay there.
Oh yeah, you do.
I'm just laying there.
Oh my god, that makes me feel like 2% better. He has that thing that like helps him stay alive. He has that amulet that he bought.
Oh.
We forgot about that.
You should have taken your potion of what's it called?
Vulnerability.
Yeah.
I don't need it. I stand beside him and he breaks it on me.
It's my turn.
I think that's where we're going for that.
But wait, don't we need the staff of power?
Yep.
Oh, really shouldn't.
Alright, I've got an exit strategy if we need it.
So next week it's my turn.
Next week, it's your turn.
Is this like giving the bomb to the queen? Did we fail?
No. No, me and Veo
We're doing
are still
alright.
alive.
As the dust and smoke clear, savage remains of Oscar York, bits of bone, fragments and blood, and the shattered pieces of the staff of power around before you.
And I slump over to him. And I take the pieces of the staff of power and I grab Pluto in my arms. And I look up at Veo. Are you okay?
And for the record, for everyone, he did not get teleported to another plane of existence. I am so disappointed.
Escapes again.
So that's why you can see the bodies there.
You know what's the most upsetting? He died thinking he killed all of us.
I stand up. That loser.
I'm sure we can talk to the demon later and find out what happened.
We'll just figure out a way to go back in time before this, and we'll just do the old
Man.
MCU. He only had a little bit of health.
Sorry.
No.
It's okay.
Oh my god.
Wow.
Exploding that crystal was really fun.
That was really cool.
Wow.
Yeah.
Well, that is where we're going to end tonight. A big thank you, as always, to our amazing cat.
Him for all of the wonderful things we got to see tonight.
Woo!
And also a thank you to our producer Clayton for keeping us all organized.
And always a shout out for tabletop.
Dragon Force, and if you want to check it out, go to bit.ly/DungeonDudesMerch.
If you are enjoying the stream and want to help support our work, please check us out on Patreon. You can find it by following the links below at patreon.com/dungeon_dudes.
We also have a phenomenal Discord community where you can come and chat with us about all things Drakenheim, all things D&D. We even have a private channel where you can talk to Monty about behind the screen sort of ideas and
They are undead creatures. They are animate undead hands.
They've been on the floor. You're like touching them and stuff.
What are you doing? What did you find?
I assume this is a parlor trick. Like it's like when you get like crab claws and you make them work with the tendons. Like, what are you doing, Veo? What game you playing?
They're moving hands. I thought
sometimes you guys are like talking about like super crazy wild magic, and then sometimes it just looks like you're winging it.
Let me ask you a follow-up question, Pluto Jackson. When you go into a fight, all right?
Always winging it.
There's skill involved. There's skill and understanding, but every fight is different, and you always have to improvise.
I like that.
Magic's the
Book of BBC Magic is improv.
could work though. This could be extra power.
This could be.
Do you want to hang on to those?
Oh. No, like.
I look around for like a box or like a cage or like something to put the hands in.
There's the manacles that are attached to the wall.
I
Could be out of them real easy.
manacle the two hands together.
Well, the manacles are attached to the wall.
We
No,
take the
that doesn't
manacles off the wall and I can wear them
Yeah.
like around my neck.
Dangling hands.
You can take the manacles off the wall and you attach them to the hands, and it's like a leash.
Yeah. Perfect. They're like, come on guys, come on. This way.
All right,
Do your
good.
nails.
That's all we need.
The
to
hands
activate
generally
the
they get on the
nexus.
ground, and one of the hands goes up, and it basically tries to crawl up you and start to like just grab onto your neck.
No,
As
no,
it tries to
back.
come up, I use my mage hand and I like I slap it. I'm like, no. No,
They're
no.
poorly trained. Yeah, you're gonna have to do some work there.
They, you know what? They had a rough time before. That's a patience. I'll be fine.
Okay.
Are
Yeah.
we keeping Oscar's hands as pets now?
Yes.
Okay.
For
But you gotta take care of them.
I know.
Yeah,
I'll,
and you have
clean,
to feed
I'll
them.
walk them. I'll feed them. I'll clean up after them.
They eat.
What's the worst that could happen?
I'm feeling that Bea won't feed them. She's kind of
I don't know.
hogging
I
a lot
don't know
of
if
her
they
food.
need food.
Listen, I'll moisturize them. You know,
Oh, yeah,
delicate.
Okay.
They've obviously been abused. Those bird marks. So I got this.
Do you guys want to climb the ladder now?
Yes.
When Pluto's not looking, I've started to tie a rope around me and him.
I hope I can notice.
Oh, hey.
Hey.
This is just in case I fall. I'm a little nervous about this ladder.
Oh, do you wanna, I mean, I have climbing speed, but do you want to use my movable rod as, like, extra support?
Yes.
No, rope, movable rod, just in case you fall. It's there.
It is a precarious climb, but working together with the immovable rod and each other, you are able to climb up the precipitous 75 or so feet through and you can feel like the wind like sway across the ladder, and there are bolts of electrical lightning that shoot through as you climb up. The hair on your body stands on end, and you might you might be feeling it in the stomach, make it churn as you swing in the air, but you manage to all climb your way up onto the upper part of the tower.
Like leading the hands up by climbing. Hands are climbing.
Well, that was fun.
That's a bit.
I think we're onto something here.
We have hands. We have half a staff of power.
Like together. Casting. Maybe.
I don't know. He got pretty powerful in the end. He was not a pushover. Probably should have taken care of him. You know, when we should have at the beginning.
When I was given the job to murder him, like months ago,
Yeah, we learned so much from him.
we used
Pros and
him
cons.
until he was used up.
Yeah.
He's all used up now.
He's all used up.
You're in the halls here are cracked and broken, and there are still bits that are wholly collapsed. But you are very close to where the elevator shafts are in the overall building, and the halls here appear through several of the broken walls on the lower level. You can see through to chambers that appear to be well-appointed living rooms and bedrooms. That would have dwelt here. They all connect over to the rest of the main library. And as you walk through the remnants of this room, it seems that like groups of the mages would have their own private rooms, and then a common room, and then a shared workshop that they would all collaborate in. Probably some of the finest apartments and that you can see, and there's still like broken brooms that are still trying to sweep through the halls and clean things up as well. And once or twice you bump into a wayward unseen servant.
Avoid the brooms.
Who was that?
Quick question. Was I able to discern what exactly potions I got from Oscar, or are those going to be mysteries until I drink them?
You haven't looked at them yet, but if you want to spend some time to check them out right now, 4 of them are potions of greater healing. There are 2, and then one of the potions is a potion of heroism, and one of the potions is a potion of invisibility.
Mm-hmm.
Potion heavy.
One was a scroll of animate dead, and one was a scroll of create undead.
That's scary.
No. Undead creatures can help us channel the power.
Or not using Oscar, because
So he took the hands off the Archmage.
Mm-hmm.
So she's kind of in need of hands right now. Some might say.
Where are you? Are you going?
We
where I think
have
you're going?
we have like brand new hands. And as they're trying to like, strangle one of us.
no.
Yeah, maybe we can do a little swapperoo.
The main problem is when you see the room that the Archmage is in.
Hmm?
You'll see. You'll see.
Hmm?
You'll see when we
Come
get
again?
Didn't you describe it to us before
there.
or no?
I described it as dangerous,
Oh, okay.
and
This whole
Yeah,
place
well,
is dangerous.
I mean, at this point, yeah, I'm a little nervous about everything. It was raise undead and control undead.
Animate dead
Animate.
and create undead.
Cool. Weren't there also, when my arcane eye was up here, there were Modrons somewhere. Were they a level up?
They were at the Nexus,
Ah,
Oh.
and there was a fountain that
Yeah.
was populated by them as well. At the one of
well, guys, do you want to keep going?
I was gonna say, are we gonna head up to the Nexus, or is it too dangerous? You said it was dangerous.
Yeah,
Since
but we
my
can go to
apprentice
the
is not
doorway.
coming as
It's just,
the
I was
point
Before like the swirling
time?
hurricane of awful.
Yeah, so I did describe it to you.
Yeah, you kind of gave us like a brief overview.
I say we go up to that doorway and see what we can do.
Yeah. Poke our heads in. See what's what.
Okay. The way you head back to the elevator room, where there is a fountain, where there are 3 Modrons, circular creatures with small wings and little spindly metallic arms that dive down into the fountain, scoop up water with a bucket, and then pour it back down again. And they do so in geometric patterns, so they'll all, in perfect synchronization, scoop down the water, flutter around in a circle, then are the 4 elevator shafts here. All of them, when you look down the shafts, you just look down to the mess below.
Don't go in there.
Yeah, out of order.
Yeah. Somebody should put a sign
Somebody
up
should
here. It's
really put a
dangerous.
I use mold earth to put out of order on the wall.
Perfect.
Guys, I'm reading these scrolls. I could create a few minions for us if we need more people to channel the energy. I think between the hands, the undead that I can create, the 3 of us, I think we might have a good chance.
Could we also use Reaper?
It might be the last thing I'm able to do for a while, but yeah.
Hold on. If
I'm
we can
running
get
low
enough.
on summoning. Jeez.
If we can get enough undead, then I think bring him back.
What
Sorry,
kind of
bud.
undead power do you have?
One of these I can use to bring 3 corpses back as ghouls, and the other one I can use to bring a skeleton or zombie back.
Like, could you use it on the Archmage?
I could ghoulify the Archmage potentially.
Could we ghoulify the librarian?
I mean, there were also several corpses lying outside the Nexus. There were
Yeah.
undead creatures that had died there,
Oh.
so I might be able to animate them
Yeah.
again,
Hmm.
giving us a small squad of.
Because it would be powerful people that would be up here.
Yeah,
you know?
I feel like it would be like, yeah, like the Archmage or like maybe some of her like compadres.
Makes sense.
It's gonna get weird. If I can do this correctly, yeah.
Oh, okay. Well, then perfect.
Yeah, perfect. I've never dabbled in necromancy. It was kind of like not
Like-
my favorite.
Like a no-go.
I'm afraid of undead.
Very
Just
good.
be aware that casting Create Undead does take 1 minute, even with the scroll. So
Yeah.
you will need 1 minute to do that, and the scroll provides all the material components that you need. But if you do wish to do that, you will need to find
Yeah.
corpses and
You had said that there were corpses in and around the entrance to the Nexus,
There are.
right? Yeah.
There are.
Cool. Cool.
Cool. Yeah. This'll work.
Yeah,
Yeah,
like,
I got
it-
the message from him now.
It has to
He's
work.
on
What's
his
the
way.
worst that can happen, right? Right?
Yeah.
I'm drinking another 2. No, I'm drinking. If I drink more than 1 healing potion, does it also have side effects?
no, it's only when you combine healing potions with other things.
I could also use another. I'm gonna drink another greater healing potion.
Okay. How are you guys going to get up to the Nexus?
Are there no stairs?
You haven't looked? Yeah, we only found the elevator shaft. We could try to take the elevator.
When I was flying the eye around. Oh, I went up the elevator shaft,
Mhm.
didn't I?
Like,
Right.
can't we try to use the elevator? Like, if we try to hit the button?
I
Nice.
pull a lever by the elevator.
Nothing happens.
Definitely out of order.
Well, let's look for some stairs, right? There's got to be stairs around here. That would be a
Yeah.
safety hazard if what if the elevator goes down?
Yeah.
The people upstairs in the Nexus need to be able to leave the tower.
They probably just like use magic.
Oh,
You know,
that's
like
that's a really good point.
I even have magic that does that too. So
Can we? Okay, what do we
Magic.
have to climb?
no, it can only help us when we go down.
Mm.
So if we really need to like.
Moving past the apartments and down the halls, you come to another set of doors that lead to the library, which, just as before, has the set of stairs connecting the levels between them. You could take this library up as far as these stairs up as far as they go.
Yeah, let's climb.
Yeah.
Okay.
Anything up is up.
Nice.
Heading up through the library, you eventually come to the loft of the library, which is the library comes up to the highest level where there is a massive set of reading rooms and desks that fill the entire floor of the library here, in the center of which is the other set of elevators and stairs leading up several more levels. This spiral staircase in the center.
Up and up.
Okay.
We can browse later.
Well, yeah, we can absorb, take pictures.
Along the way, you take the spiral stairs and pass through a set of pass by a grand balcony with a set of double doors that can only be the Archmage's chambers. They are closed. The stairs continue up to the Nexus.
About what I just said. Do you guys want to check out these Archmage's chambers? One of these is probably a key.
We
I
could-
get distracted easily.
Do we want to do just a
You just want to see if any of your mom's stuff is in there, don't you?
I mean, she wasn't the Archmage anymore, but there might be something.
Never know. There's history stuff in there.
Well, now you've talked me into it. I pull out, look up to the Archmage door, and I like try to figure out how this works. Do I push on the door and like touch the staff to it at the same time?
There's a flash of light, and the doors push open.
Oh, that worked.
Well, it's working at maximum efficiency. Everything's fine.
Everything's
fine.
What's in the room?
Inside is a grand chamber. It is at first lined with the Archmage's personal library, heading up from floor to ceiling. And in the Archmage's chamber here, it goes out onto a great balcony overlooking the entire city, where there is a massive astrolabe attached to a telescope, and as you open up the door and step, but the room continues around and the door is just floating in space, and the entire place, it's like the ceiling disappears and the walls disappear, and it just looks out as if it's this massive platform overlooking the entire city. There are several sets of bookshelves that form the borders of various rooms, and other doorways floating in space, with staircases leading up to them, that some of which are at impossible angles. And in this central chamber, there is a large circular couch, and there is a massive, so there's this astrolabe, which is a model of the planet with all the spheres rotating around it, and the couch is at the base of it looking up at the planet. And then out on one of the balconies, you can see this surrounding the astrolabe and the telescope. You can see as well, floating between all of the doorways, are these chalkboards that are covered in formulas and bits of writing and scrolls and books all floating about. And you can see that there are these prominent designs and of the different arrangements of the planes of existence. So you recognize one of the patterns is this machine that is like this great wheel churning, not dissimilar to the design on the front of the clock tower itself. But there's a stack of books all beside it as well. There is another model, though, that shows this design of the planet, and then all these other spheres rotating in it. There's another model that is a stack of discs that are all tied to each other on a string, and they kind of loop in on each other like a Mobius strip. And each of them is there's stacks of them besides that.
Morning. God morgon. Ja, det försov mig så tog han lite längre tid. Ja. Jag cirka bara 40 minuter efter och så.
And they're all like working models of the different possible cosmologies.
Guys, I need to become the Archmage. I want this bedroom.
Do it for the bedroom.
I walk over to the one that's showing all the different planes rotating around it, and I want to look for any correlation. Can I like wind it back or forwards?
Each of them has like a small pedestal and a wheel, and like
start winding the planes back. And
you can see that as you wind, there is there's a ring on the bottom, and the ring has the dates going back thousands of years, and you can turn the crank on each model, and in fact, as you turn it, the wheel rotates, but when it rotates around a full 360 degrees, it's like the years have impossibly continued, even though the one rotation of the ring is 100 years, but when you rotate it around, the numbers on the ring change to correspond to that. And you notice that depending on how fast or slow you rotate it, you look planes spanned out. So if you rotate it really fast, it rotates through the millennia. But if you rotate it very slowly, it rotates through just the days and the minutes and the hours. And then it just shows all these different times when the planes layer in.
As I figure this out, and I'm like just puzzled by it, and I'm trying to figure out the mechanics of it, I start to try to piece together. I'm thinking of the clock tower and the two planes that it's stuck on. And I'm trying to think back to the date that I read about the clock tower getting stuck, and also the date that the meteor hit, which are two separate occasions. But I want to look for any correlations or clues in the planes.
Which model do you want to try this with?
I'm doing it with the planes.
The group. So there's several different ones that are all the planes.
Oh, okay.
Right? They're
The one that was like the planes rotating around the Earth is different.
There's several different models, and as you can go up to them, you can see them actually labeled. One of them is called the Great Wheel, and one of them is called the World Axis. Another is called the Orbit, and another is called the Conjunction. Conjunction is the stack of discs.
Okay.
Yeah.
And as you rotate this stack, it basically shuffles the discs. And so they overlap and they grind against each other and they move over top of each other as if in this constant rotation of chaos and dancing. And as you come towards the, and as you rotate around and through it, what date do you want to rotate to first?
I think first I want to try the date that the meteor struck.
Okay.
Probably closest.
As you rotate around towards the meteor, to the date of the meteor, several days before it, there's a flash of light, and this additional rock appears, and it rotates around the entire array. And as you get to the date of the meteor, it collides with the disk that represents the material plane.
What?
That I'm postponing,
It's this coming.
but this, I feel like if I can just figure something out, there's a clue here.
I want you to go to another one and see if it does the same thing.
I go to the orbit, and I find the same date.
A similar thing happens. The orbit one depicts all the different planets rotating around each other and depicts the planes almost their own planets. And this one is the orbit. And as it does so, and as you get to the date, this sharp appears from an unknown source, and it rotates around the material and then collides with the material.
If I go and check each one, do they all do that?
Yes.
What if we go to today's date? And a follow-up question. What dates were they set on before?
On the current date. So
Like
when you take your hands off of them, they reset to the current day.
I go back and I want to wind it back to the date that the clock tower stopped.
With each of them, as you wind them all back, make an Arcana check. Okay. You can't quite make sense of what's going on here, but give me one investigation check instead to see if you notice
fails to
I'll
impress
never
someone
need all
else.
my planes classes, and you skip them all the time.
Don't skip geography.
Ever.
I definitely skipped planes class to go hang out with Kat.
Astronomy?
Astronomy, physics, astrophysics.
Yeah.
I really just went to like the
Planar
class.
tech.
Should we keep just taking a look in this room and then move on?
Yeah, we take like a last gander. Is there anything else of interest, or is that like things?
There's a private bath. What looks like to be a meeting room and a bureau, and stacks and stacks of bookshelves containing all manner of spellbooks, rare tomes, and other statues and artifacts.
If I become Archmage this time, you guys are like
Years. Come on. Yes.
Let's move on the other.
Other than that, there's holes in the top. We use the top.
sometimes I can.
No, you use my rain drinking water now.
Small moment.
Do you want to continue around here through the tour, or do you want to proceed elsewhere?
As you wait so patiently.
The handsome. You proceed up the stairs, then reconnect back up to a grand hall leading towards the nexus. You're in a chamber where all the pathways converge, the stairs and the elevators. There is a great fountain that is carved in the shape of several dragons. And instead of breathing out water, the dragons are breathing out their elemental types. So it is a fountain of lightning, fire, ice, poison, and acid that is all converging around. But when it hits it all the acid.
Or poison. I can do poison. Are we still immune? Are we still here?
Yeah, but here's this is what still be effective. Yep, sure. For you is a steep. The grand double doors leading into the nexus. It's a short set of stairs that lead up to it. The doors have been blown open, and you can hear the crackling noises and the whirling maelstrom of the chamber within. Looking through the doors, you can see that all manner of Oscar Yorn's constructs lie battered and destroyed on the floor in the Nexus chamber. And looking into the chamber, as you pass through the doors, it is a massive dome-like chamber that must stretch up easily. It is easily the last 700 feet, and then comes up to the final. Kind of reaches up in this kind of geometric angled dome at the very top of the whole thing. So it's not a curved dome. It's almost like it goes straight up and then comes in at 45-degree angles on the edges of the straight top. And there are these great pillars that reach up all along the way. And between all the pillars are these shards of what are evidently the out across the entire city. Several of them have been broken away. And as you look in, you can see that there is a staircase and an arching bridge leading into a central, massive, large pedestal in the center of the room. But it's difficult to see what else is in the room until you actually walk through the doors. There is all manner of crackling, essentially around some sort of point or focusing lens, which Sebastian had seen earlier. And the undead creatures of Oscar Yorn lie scattered and destroyed around the place.
Guys, if you're going to raise these, are there enough to raise 3?
couple of the creatures were able to progress inside the chamber, but eventually something destroyed them.
Take my boat and try, like, are they close enough that I can try to fish them out?
With a rope, you would need to noose them and drag them by the neck or something like that, or even throw a grapple.
Can I borrow the end of your ground shield? Can I use that on?
Not to drag this around.
No, can I just borrow it for something?
Sure.
Can I take like the end of a ground shield, tie it to my rope, and try to just throw a hook on them, drag them out?
Yeah. It takes a lot of work, but you are able to grapple several bodies. There are more than just Oscar Moon's dead in here. There are the bodies of several other dead mages.
Oh, we want that.
Yeah, we want the mages.
Okay. Once I pulled out a nap, can I read from the scroll?
Yes. I'm just going to ask, because you mentioned this before. Did you want these ones, or do you want to go librarian and the archmage?
I feel like the librarian would be good.
Did the ropes get
Should we have
affected or anything by the space? Like,
Yeah, when I throw the rope in, does anything happen to the rope, or does the whole thing just not?
You throw the rope in and make, and it gets swept up in the wind. And so it takes several attempts for you to actually hit one of the bodies, but you are able to do it. And at a few points, the grapple head gets hit by a bolt of lightning that comes out from the storm, and you are able, like, it doesn't channel along the rope because the rope is not conductive, but it does get caught up in the environmental effects that are there. The winds seem very, very heavy, and the strikes of lightning and arcane energy seem random and erratic.
can we see the
You can see that at the heart of the nexus is a great. So there are these massive glass lenses, and in many ways the lenses are very much reminiscent of the astrowaves in the Archmage's chambers. They're on gears and massive pieces, and they can be focused in different orders around this central orb in the middle of this massive pedestal. And before the pedestal is a smaller control pedestal as well that is covered in glittering arcane runes that are crackling with erratic energy. And they're just like, her body is floating in the maelstrom itself. Near the pedestal is Archmage, and you can see that her hands have been clawed off, but the rest of her body is still floating up and about, even though parts of it have been torn.
I mean, I could probably go in there and
No, I think that when her hands were taken, perhaps the removing of the staff of power from her caused this. But how's your arm? Think you can throw this grapple far enough to catch her?
is that challenge?
And what's the range on the... She's about 80 feet in the room.
Like 50 foot. We gotta tie a good knot. Who's the best at knot tying?
I did some sealing.
What would it be for not time?
We'll just have to.
If we lose this rope, I mean, okay, we've already gotten enough bodies out here to do it.
Yeah, yeah.
So
Pretty good at ropes.
Yeah, between the three of us, we can figure it out.
we tied two cords
Okay.
and a handle.
Would like shoot it in.
Yeah, can you just shoot her in the leg or something?
Okay.
Tow her back.
I untie the grapple. I'm like, well, I've got a
Range of like 300 feet.
Sorry.
Say to the arrow.
And I put it in a bow. And I shoot it towards her leg.
Something soft and squishy. That'll take a.
Does it matter about the sharpshooter?
I probably don't need to sharpshooter if you're going for accuracy.
astronomers, and we just want to.
We're trying to get you out of this storm.
Tell her who your mom is.
I am the son of the previous Archmage, Lenneth Eventide. I'm Lenneth's son.
Her face shifts for a moment as a and we are back from our break. Big shout out to Tabletop Audio for providing all our ambient music for this stream and all the others. Please check it out at tabletopaudio.com and elevate your own games at home.
And of course, don't forget to check out your favorite Dungeon News merch at the links below at our Teespring store, or you can follow the link bit.ly/DungeonDudesMerch.
If you're enjoying the stream and want to help support our work, check out our Patreon. You can find it by following the links below or at patreon.com/dungeon_dudes. We also have a phenomenal Discord. The community is made exclusively from our patrons, where you can discuss role-playing games and all the other cool nerdy things. We talk about Drakenheim and D&D and video games and all that stuff. So come and hang out.
With that, let's return to the ruins. The Archmage straightens as you are still like kind of
I'm like, stop. I'm still holding it.
Yeah.
We're not losing
and
energy.
she floats back down to the ground, and the arcane energies swirling about calm from it's like being in the eye of the storm or hurricane. There's still like the loud rumble in the background of all the energy, and she says, "You are Lenneth Eventide's son."
Yes, I've come to reclaim the tower in her name. And for the Academy.
Yep, yep.
For Dragonforce. No, wait, not sure. Lenneth Eventide's dead. No, I don't know.
Or, no, wait, yeah, she died of childbirth, so about...
How old are you?
How old am I? How many birthdays have I had? Nobody celebrated my birthdays. I'm in my late 20s.
Drop Eldritch.
She looks
Drop Eldritch
skeptical.
name.
Eldrick was my
Prove to
name.
me that you are her child.
I pull out the Staff of Power and my mom's spellbook, and I hold them up.
Make a persuasion check with advantage. Something horrible has happened here.
I can see that.
Come into the Nexus.
If I do, will I die?
I don't know. You have the staff
together.
Linking arms
T.
going across.
This will hurt.
Wait, why?
Do I have time to drink a potion?
No, hang on.
You should do what you need to do now.
Guys, I have a potion of invulnerability. Do you think that will help?
Probably.
Do you have one too?
I do.
Fail? I'm sorry.
Mayo, do you want
I
it?
didn't volunteer for this.
Mayo, do you want it?
No.
I don't even think I want to use it. Do I want to use it?
I'm gonna drink my potion of invulnerability.
You're gonna be the conduit. We're just
Yeah, that's what I'm figuring, is I'm at the forefront. So I down a potion of invulnerability, I grab the staff, and I approach.
Okay. She says,
Går kaffen din tidligere i dag, da? Ja. Jeg tenkte nå har vi litt tid før klokka 20.
there is a tear in our world here.
Det er redd. Til at 5 minutter for kunder.
They will be able to open again. Are you ready?
in the great word.
Other worlds will try to stop us.
My name's Sebastian Crow, and I was born ready. And I hold the staff out
And I
Dramatically.
cringe. And I cringe.
dramatically.
Okay. She places her spectral hands on it, and as you hold the staff towards the pedestal, it kind of twists upwards, and this receptacle appears that locks in and around the staff. And so the staff is being held level towards it, and the pillar rises, and all of a sudden these 4 orbs come up out of the larger base of the pedestal. So as you come up onto the bridge where the pedestal is, there is this crack in the floor around you where this vortex of arcane energy is kind of swirling around, and you look down at the shimmering waters underneath, and it is just awash in octarine color, like a little lake of octarine cradled out.
Jeg kan ikke gå
And
for
then
det.
these, as you get closer to
Skulle
the
vi ta
nexus
teppet, da?
point,
Var det
these
der?
4
Jeg tror vi har det her.
orbs rise up out of the large pedestal, and the great rings of the nexus begin to turn and rotate around each other and lock into place. And these beams originate from the orbs, and they bounce through the various lenses. And this, almost like this dream catcher of arcane energy, it starts pulling in this now self, and it begins to rotate around,
Kjør lenger ut, da,
and
til
this
Sverre, så kommer du
crackling
aldri
energy
ut.
just appears everywhere.
Ok, da.
And all of a sudden,
Passa på.
you hear this
Rakett.
ripping noise, like reality itself is tearing open. And one of the great glass windows shatters out, and as it does, this spilling of reality itself spills out into the room, and the shards of glass begin to fly around. And as it opens up, all of from it spill out these gears and mechanical pieces, and about a dozen Modrons just spill out of it and fall down on the ground. And they all begin screaming 001 01 0 0 0 0 0 1 0 1. And 101. Ones that look like two cubes with wings coming out of them fly out of the rift, and then another smaller rift appears, and in the shower of gears, this thing that looks like a giant flower on 5 legs falls out with a whomp, and another one falls out, and another one does. And as they begin to fall out of the rifts as well, another set of rifts open up as well, and from them just appear this cloud of bubbles of butterflies and an elephant that explodes into smaller elephants that explode into smaller elephants that explode into small. And as the puddle of elephants falls on the ground, the pustulous mass of flesh gathers together into this lumbering, blue-skinned creature. It is massive, almost 8 feet tall, with gigantic claws and a huge maw. And as it forms itself, the Modrons start going 01 01 0 0 0 0 0, and they start attacking it, and it starts fighting them. And more of these creatures begin appearing as crackles of energy fly around all through the air. Roll for initiative. Uh-oh.
What? What?
So we tore a little piece of reality open.
Is now a good time to mention that I'm very low on magical.
I'm like, we need to take one of these cube ones.
Yeah, we're gonna take one of these
us.
cube ones home.
I feel like that's like the bottom of the priority list right now.
So all the Modrons are helping against the blue guys. That's what you said.
Oh man. Okay. What do we got?
I got a 15.
8.
17.
I know.
I mean, you're at the bottom.
I think that's
It's a pretty shocking situation.
it's a big space.
It's like,
No, I'm still holding.
okay.
Actually, do I need to keep holding it?
I don't know. I'm like just going to
Archmage. I don't know.
Hey, swirling vortex.
Is it self-sufficient yet?
Pluto here. Yeah. Are you just gonna do your own thing, or okay? So, don't worry, you're invulnerable.
I'm analyzing so many options right now. Oh yeah, I am invulnerable. Half damage from everything. Cool.
Okay, so the creatures that appear howl with rage, and Modera says, "That is a slotty. Those, but they will all try to stop us, for what we do is an offense to both chaos and law."
Quick question: do I have to hold the staff here the whole time?
One of you needs to hold the staff at all times. And at the end of the round, here's what will happen. Whoever is holding the staff will be able to make an ability check to control the Nexus. Then, because the staff is broken, there will be a backlash of energy. that damage will be spread amongst everyone who is holding the staff at the end of the round. So as long as you are touching the staff, you can share in that damage.
Does that count if we hold a bad guy? Do they also share in the damage?
You can only do this willingly.
Okay.
The Slotty. The massive hulking creature forms beside you. It is gigantic in nature, and it sees one of the orbs in front of it, and it takes its massive fists, and these claws come out of its hands, and it begins smashing the orb.
Like the ones that came out of the
This
ground.
giant blue creature on the platform beside you. It smashes at the orb, crashes into it with its fists, and begins bashing in onto one of the orbs. And he deals about 20 points of damage to it as he smashes into it, and cracks begin to appear on it as he attacks it. The other slot rushes towards one of these massive petals, tear it apart,
Someone
and
for
attack.
Calerilazo?
Pluto, you're up.
Heeding the advice of the Archmage, I'm gonna let go of Pluto and Vero for now.
Yeah,
Sebastian.
Pluto.
I'm Pluto. You're Sebastian. I'm a fighter. And I'm gonna try to jump this acid
Okay.
and rush the Slotty.
It's a pool of octarine liquid. What it actually is, you probably